Hey guys, welcome to Tuesday. Nice to see everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the last energy check-in, and here we are doing another one for this upcoming week. Let me know how last week was helpful, not helpful. If you're just like, fuck this, I don't want to listen to these messages anymore. You let me know how you're doing. So we are working with the Way Home Tarot Postcards from Liminal Space Oracle deck and one from Miss Nancy Hess's deck, the Soul Journey deck. And let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. Deep breath out and just kind of like center ourselves in a sense. Let's get ready for the week. Tuesday is kind of like the beginning of my week. At least this week for me it is. My husband was home all day yesterday and I just felt off. Like the routine was off because there was more people in the house than there normally is. And I didn't like it, to be honest. I was like, no. And it completely threw my routine off. But now, today I'm better. I hope you guys are too. Okay, so let's get into it. So the first two cards I want to talk about are Postcards from Liminal Space and the tarot card that goes with it from the Way Home Tarot. And I'm reading these cards today in a different style, like they're in conjunction with each other. Like each one has a rhyme and reason for why they're being needed in the situation today. So the first card that I got was Drink Water. And hello, this is your PSA, drink your water. And I'm going to do that right now. I love this cup. This is my Witch's Brew cup. I got it made. It's very nice. I like it. It's my one gift to myself. So, drink water. And whenever I see this card, it means to me that, like, you need it. We need to drink water. Our bodies are mostly made up of water, and water helps more parts of us than we know. You can do a lot of spell work and magic with water and intentional healing. Whenever I do the moon healings, like they are water and fire based. I try to bring as much elements, natural elements, into the magic as possible, just like oils, candles, incense. I kind of bring it all in because we all need it. So why not? Drink water because you are needing to have some type of balance. And if to you, having all of the things and using all of the tools is how you achieve your balance, that's okay. That's fine. Bring it in. But the element of water is also ruled by our emotions, especially in tarot whenever we look at our suit of cups. Look to where you're overreacting, look to where you're underreacting this week, and try to strike a balance with that because it's definitely going to be needed. So, justice. And just let's pause for a second on this group reading. I am a tarot reader that reads upright and reversals. And whenever I teach tarot, which is class that's happening now, I am going to be teaching upright meanings and reversals. That's just how I read, and it just makes the picture a lot more clearer for me. So justice is in our reverse position, and this card kind of sees justice as very like black and white. And to me, that's not really like, oh, the world is black and white, it's really one way or the other. No, that means we all have a shadow and a light side. We all are capable of bad things just like we all are capable of good things. And just like we need water in our life, it is because that's going to help us in that emotional element, because in Justice in Reverse is talking about there is a lack and a dishonesty, needing to be accountable for our actions. Even if we don't mean to be hurtful, sometimes we are unintentionally hurtful. We might overextend ourselves, we might overpromise, we might just be having a hard week. But in that dark night of the soul, in that shadow, there is a light. And the element of water, incorporating water into your rituals, can really help cleanse it. Rain itself, if you're like feeling really negative and in a bad spot, stand out in the rain. I have unintentionally been cleansed by the rain. And at first I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate the rain, now I'm wet. And then I just kind of stood there longer and I'm like, you know what? This is really not that bad. Like, I don't know why I was bitching before. And that's just because I let like the energy of nature kind of like take over me and go with that no matter what. So the next card we have is It's Not About You. Ooh. So everybody's emotions are also tied to us. And whenever you're empathic or sensitive or whatever, you can feel all of those, but they're not all yours. And a lot of people say that they're empathic, say that they can do things and this and that and the other. And you might, but also everybody is psychic. And being sensitive to somebody else's emotions, to me, is a part of being psychic and going on that journey. And there are things that you can do and tools that you can use and incorporate in your spiritual life that help you along the way. And one of those relationships that we can find ourselves kind of feeding off of in a good or bad way can be intimate relationships, people that we see every single day. The people that we are stuck in the house with can trigger the F out of us. And they really, really can. Because that brings me to the Lover's card. To me, as a collective message, this all is saying that we need to find balance and fill up our cups and not overextend to the people that are in our house. We can't let others dictate us and our time and how we do things, and just what we do. And our first relationships are with family, and then friends, and then acquaintances, and then, online people. All of that kind of trickles down, but it starts in your house. We have to make sure our house is clean. They're saying we have to make sure our house is clean. It's kind of like a grandma. Like, you wouldn't go outside with, looking bad. You don't want somebody to come to your house looking like shit either, because nobody's going to respect it, and they aren't going to respect you. So we need to kind of have these first relationships very harmonized, because this is a card of harmony and good faith and just having a loving household and a loving support system within us. So, which brings me to the more interesting portion of this reading. We're going kind of fast, but it's okay to go fast sometimes, because this is just supposed to be an energy for the week. So the next two cards we've talked about, needing balance. We talked about the importance of having harmony within our home. And sometimes the reality is, like, we don't always have harmony in our home, and we do sometimes tell our spouses, our significant others, ourselves, lies. And the most important person we probably lie to is the lies we tell ourselves. That's fun. Isn't that so much fun? I just love that. Says the sarcasm. So the next card we had is the Rhythms of Fate and the Tickings of Time. To me, this is always a card that talks about cord cutting, and that, somebody else's journey is not your journey. You can accompany them, you can be with them, but your accomplishments cannot be identical to somebody else's. Your life cannot always revolve around your spouse's accomplishments. You must and should do something for yourself to elevate yourself, even if it's just listening to these little weekly readings, okay? So, to me, We need to be looking at any energetic cords that are no longer serving us. Even if we think they are, we need to look at the ways in which they are toxic. And an energetic cord can be any time you communicate or think about another person or do something for another person, you're creating an energetic cord with that person. Even if you know it or not, you are. Look at those intentions to see if they were serving you in a positive way, and if you're the person that it's initiating contact, are you serving them in a positive way? So unfortunately, the last card that I'm going to be ending you on until we go into the soul journey portion of this reading is the Two of Swords. This is the second time this card has popped up for me. Oops, it's alright. Whenever I do these weekly check-ins, I'm just as much dragging my own damn ass as I am dragging y'all's. Sorry. So, with this card, we just have to be truthful with ourselves. In a gentle way, yes, but we are blinded here. And we can be blinded by greed, we can be blinded by lust. We can just be blinded by the fact that if we don't see it, it doesn't exist. And as long as it doesn't exist, we are safe. And you are cocooning yourself in a whole bunch of falsehood and fuckery that is going to bite you in the ass. It's not going to be okay. Don't stay in a situation that is unhealthy, because if you don't see how it's unhealthy, then it's not happening to you, because it's still happening to you. You're just refusing to see it. Sorry. The moral of the story is we need to make sure our houses are in order. We need to acknowledge the imbalance within ourselves and use the elements, the magic that is around us. Do some enrichment, something for yourself. It could be taking a tarot class. It could be, lighting a candle, learning how to make candles. It could be sitting down and writing poetry. I don't care. But we need to do something this week for ourselves that's going to kind of balance the harmony within us. So the last card we have is the self-examination card from the Soul Journey deck, and you probably can't read it, and that's okay. I just kind of like to show you the cards anyway. So it says, what prayer or other comfort do I seek when I am faced with a painful or difficult situation or decision? Hello, Two of Swords. So this could be a way in which you can turn to your spiritual self in case things get tougher this week, or if you just have a heavier decision to make, to kind of help you. Your own biggest tool is your own magic and your own spirituality and your own energy that you can use to help you. That's what this is. That's what these cards are talking about. And there's nothing wrong with using your energy and your spiritual self and your guides. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, help me. I can definitely do that. I'm going to be creating a mediumship class this afternoon that we are going to be talking all about that. I'm going to be sharing a ton of stories on how I connect to my spiritual self and my mediumship. And hopefully that will help you deeper connect to yours. This has been a wonderful Tuesday. And I will see you guys again next week for more ass spankings, unfortunately. Sorry, but not sorry. And if you guys want to share anything from your week, or if you want a deeper explanation of the cards, let me know. And you guys will be the first ones, as always, to see these energy readings, and then they'll just go up on my YouTube after the week is done. But I hope y'all have a great afternoon, and it's the start of March.